This is the MAUS. It's the biggest, heaviest Tier 10 in World of Tanks. Although, technically, I guess if you wanted a bigger tank in all dimensions, the Type 5 Heavy, I think, is bigger than the MAUS. However, it's definitely not heavier. This vehicle weighs in at 188 tons, which is kind of insane, and it makes it ridiculous for ramming. Do not drive into this tank. You're going to regret it. In today's video, we are going to be messing around with this vehicle. We're going to be hopefully having some fun, not getting murdered by artillery, and showcasing what this beast can do. You can see I've done the full cringe loadout. We have Bond Shell Resistance, otherwise known as Bond Hardening. We have 12.5% more HP. And with all the field mods paired with this, we have a total of 3,550 hit points on this vehicle. When you pair that with 2,800 DPM and a fairly accurate gun, this is kind of a nasty vehicle. We are also running a T3 turbo, so we have better on-movement dispersion, and we achieve a top speed of 27 kilometers per hour. That is because I have decided to go with mobility over ramming damage, stun protection, and crew protection from injuries. Could be a bad decision. I have no clue. We're going to find out. But I really want to see how the MAUS performs when we can go 27 kilometers per hour. I mean, a 2 kilometer per hour buff isn't a big deal when you're playing, you know, something fast like a VZ55 or an IS-7. But when you're playing a vehicle that only goes 20 and you're able to boost it by 2 rather than subtract 2, that's kind of big. So because of that, we're obviously running the mobility. I just want to see how the power to weight works, because on paper it's only 10, but usually vehicles like the MAUS actually accelerate up to their top speed pretty quick. So we're going to find out. Up against us, oh boy, we have 260 TPs, an Object 277, 705A, Panzerkampfwagen 7, holy death, they got a lot of high pen nasties, and, well, we'll see. They don't really have any super heavies, so it'll be interesting to find out how this works out for us. Now, the MAUS obviously features a pretty nice alpha of 490. It's also got okay premium pen of 311 mils. We're going to swap to our gold here and full speed ahead. We are actually going at 26, so yeah, it seems like we get right up to our top speed. That's fairly mobile for a MAUS, I have to be honest. Unfortunately, the enemy team has 2 artillery, one of which is an autoloading artillery, so that's going to be quite annoying to deal with. But at least if we do end up dying, I'm hoping that we can spend a lot of our opponents' gold ammunition, so we will find out. I'm probably going to try and make my way over to this rock in front of us, but I guess we're going to see. Oh, actually, we got the Panzerkampfwagen 7 in front, and we're going to shoot him right in the weak spot on the side there. Nice, easy pen into his vehicle. If our team would track him, that would be really, really important, actually. Not able to get a shell out now. We are running a rammer as well, so it's not that we can't get the shell. We just physically don't have the DPM for it. Alright, so the Panzer has pushed up really aggressive. We get a bounce. We got 2 bounces, actually. I'm not going to repair my track because we only have 1 repair kit. I don't think that would be an incredibly smart decision. We are just going to move on up over here. We're going to aim it on the Panzer, and bonk, there you go. Nice 583. Oof, that's an absolute juicer right there. All right, let's reload again. Let's see if we can get another bonk into his vehicle. Looks like we know overmatch his engine deck. There you go. 540. We get a bounce from the 277. We are already up to 1,600 damage, which is pretty good, honestly. And that, yeah, that's a pretty solid result, if I'm going to be completely real. We have the 705 who's trying to shoot at us. The one great thing about the 705 is that it has, like, literally no accuracy. I wonder how much damage our HE can deal to his vehicle. We're going to see. 34. Well, yeah, that was pretty expected, I'm going to be honest. Alright, well, let's load in a premium shell again, and we'll see what we can do. I'm tempted to just go for it at this point. That's my thought process. We have the 277, and actually, there you go. That was an awful roll, though. Holy. Only 368. We go from these amazing big bonk rolls to that. Pretty sad, not going to lie. Let's see if the 277 tries to poke us again. For now, I'm just going to wait. And if he pokes us, so be it. If he doesn't, I'm going to move up. But we'll see if he thinks he can go for it. Problem is, the rest of our team's playing pretty passive, so I don't see much of an advantage to just YOLOing up right now. We do have the 705A, but I don't really want to go for that right now. Well, unfortunately, our IS-7 was cleared. but our Super Conch does get a pendant to the 705, which is pretty good, I would say. I mean, this game is definitely going to be a loss. I'm basically just going to have to hold this line to the best of my abilities, but I don't think it's going to matter all too much, to be honest. We have the 60 TP, who's obviously trying to drive down in the cover here. We're aiming on his upper plate. There you go. Nice 440 damage shell into his vehicle. And now we reload. Now, we do feature pretty good DPM with this build, so we should be able to get some big bonks, hoping, into the enemy 60 here. Here's my thought process. I'm just going to go for it. That's my thinking. We're going to get nice pen into that guy. Then we ram the 60 for 130. Come on, 777. Yes! 1,300 damage into his tank. There you go. Nice 540. We're not dead yet. Somehow, we're not dead yet. We got another bounce from the 60 there, and that player's dead. We're going to die from the artillery, probably. Nope, not yet. Ram me. Yes! Oh, man. What an absolutely crazy game for us here. We did almost 6,000 damage. I'm really glad that the 277 rammed us. And, I mean, honestly, this was always going to be a loss. The last resort I did there, I think, was the best play I could have made. I could have backed up and tried to hold it, but I'm pretty sure I just would have gotten bonked all down. I really liked the choice I made. Unfortunately, this game was never going to be a win. We had a Super Conch, Conf Panzer 07, and Object 705A combined to deal 1,000 damage, which is really sad, judging that all of those are some of the top-performing Tier 10s in the game. Just, yeah, they all, I guess, fell apart. But hey, we did 6,000. I will admit, partly due to a Object 277 ramming us for 1,400, but the rest was all us. I can't believe that guy actually just just full speed rammed me. That was absolutely insane. Dude was like, I'm giving you damage, and he did. That 284 he dealt might have been the ram on me, but I can't complain. Clearly that field mod did not take too much off of our tank. We lost 62,000 credits, but that was well worth it and fun. I cannot get mad. We are now on Lakeville, which isn't the best map for a MAUS, I will admit, but it's also not the worst map. I'm not going to be making my way to the mountains because that's obviously a haul-down position. And while this tank does actually have decent gun depression, let's be honest, you're not going to be using this tank in that spot. We are much rather going to be making our way over towards the city. Thankfully, we have a decent top speed, as I did mention, so we shouldn't actually have to worry at all about making it there in a very slow time. The MAUS's big killer is its traverse speed. It's pretty slow on traverse, which means that any mobile vehicle is going to be able to get to your side quite quickly. So what do they have? 2 IS-7s, oof, 705A as well. So they got some pretty strong vehicles. Thankfully, the IS-7s don't really have that much pen, so if we angle properly like this, they should struggle a lot to cut through our armor. I'm going to take this very, very wide because of the fact that I don't want to lose all of my HP. We have the AMX 13105. You also have the Leopard. Not able to hit that Leopard. You know what? Imagine if that hit. Just imagine. I am glad, though, we're running that top speed because it does make our tank feel much more enjoyable on making our way into the front line here. Okay, well, we're definitely not able to hit that Leopard, but that's fine. We are obviously slowly getting towards the town. Let's take a little bit of a speed boost downhill here. Oh, yeah, 32 kilometers per hour. Unfortunately, we are already down a vehicle, and I'm also the only tank that is going town, which is not very good, but we're going to see what we can do. We will indeed see. Actually, it looks like we're just getting absolutely murdered on the other side of the map, if I'm going to be completely honest. This is looking like a loss. Come here, IS-7, I want to play with you. Well, apparently we're not going to pen him with our first shell. Not sure where the shot went, but obviously did not go where I wanted it to. Alright, let's aim it on the IS-7 lower plate. Get one nice pen for 533. Now we angle, and there you go. Nice bounce. We do have a TVP on our rear, but yeah, that was the worst play that dude could have made. I'm not really sure what his thought process was there. IS-7's going to try and pen us. I'm going to angle the hull. Does manage to cut through, but I mean, we still have 2,300 health left. That's the whole point of this tank, is having all that HP. Alright, well, we're going to angle it up again. Let's just make sure the IS-7 has a hard time. Nope, cuts right through. Gotta be honest, the MAUS armor's not doing us justice right now. Let's aim it on his vehicle again. There you go, nice 450. We're going to angle it up again. Let's hope that... Oh, that works too. Alright, well, at this point, This is looking like a pretty easy win. We kind of just drove, and that was about it. There wasn't much else to do here. The only downside of the MAUS is some of your battles are going to be like this, where you drive and drive and drive and, well, do a couple shots and then your game's over. It's a little unfortunate when games do happen like this. I was hoping we would maybe encounter 2 or 3 heavies in the town, but no, every single one of their heavies went to the hill. They got absolutely crapped on, and that was our game. I mean, we did all right, and we helped our team, just couldn't do much in terms of damage. This is a better map for a heavy. Obviously, Berlin has a lot of corners where we can hide our armor, side scrape, and hopefully get some big old bonks out. I am the firm believer that if you're driving a vehicle like the MAUS, you should be playing very, very aggressive, to the point where you are usually the one in the front line taking the shots for the team. So that's what we're going to try and do here. I don't know if it's going to result in us doing a lot of damage, but I'm hoping that we're going to be able to cause much of a distraction for our team to take advantage of that and get out a victory. Thankfully, we have a lot of HP, and we have enough DPM that we can at least probably put a bit of a hurt into our opponents in the process. I just really like the mobility we have on this thing. Like, it's so weird to be driving a super heavy at 27 kilometers per hour. So we're going to go wide. I don't really see much of an advantage to going mid when they're obviously going to have vehicles most likely haul down that are going to absolutely crap on me. In fact, yeah, that was really unfortunate. That was a heat shell that cut right through our side armor. But, oh well, not much you can really do about it. We're just going to keep on going up. We got a 60 TP in front of us, and we're going to see if we can get a bonk into the 60. We should be able to. So let's just move. Oh, that's a Jagdpanzer E100. Not exactly what I would like to fight. There you go. Nice shot into the 60 TP, though. All right, we got a couple seconds left on our reload. Let's see if we can get a bonk here. And actually, that Yag is just showing me his entire flat side. We are going to use our medkit because I want to try and get out as much damage as possible here. So let's reload. And, well, obviously I want to shoot the Yag, but if he's going to back up, we might as well shoot the 60. Oh boy, we got a lot of nasties on us here. This is not good. Okay, well, let's reload again. And let's bonk the E4 maybe. There you go. Nice 530. Problem is our team is just getting crapped on. And as much as I want to push in, I just don't see much of a reason to when there's nobody else really helping. So let's aim it on the rear of the 60. There you go. Yag bounces us, which is huge. And that player unfortunately gets cleared. All right, we're just going to chill here. We're going to aim it on the E4's lower plate. There you go. Nice 488 shell. We're getting out damage. We have teammates supporting us, and the Yag is cleared. That was obviously the big threat. And this is what I'm talking about. This is how you drive a MAUS. You just kind of do everything. There you go. Wow, but that already absolutely nuked me. 491. What even is that, bruh? We also got the Stritzvon, who's probably going to try and clear us, but thankfully, we get a bounce from the enemy 277. I'm going to ignore the stir for now. I'm going to keep moving up, and I'm just going to see if I can get this 277 cleared. There we go. Let's keep pushing him. Let's use him as cover against the Stritzvon in the back here. And there you go. Another nice shot into his vehicle. Let's move up a bit. Let's cut this corner here as well so we don't lose 8 billion health to the enemy Stritzvon. Let's see. We got the BZ, who I'm hoping shows us his side armor and that we can get a pen into. Nope. Sturf hits me. Wow, he nuked us right in the back corner. Well, I guess that was a misplay from me. Didn't think he was going to be able to see us, and he did. But that's all right. It looks like we have done a decent job for our team at this point, which is obviously very, very important. All right, let's aim it on this STB. It's very possible we could get a bonk into his tank if he shows us his hull. There you go. Nice clear into the enemy STB. That's obviously huge, and that allows us to have a bit of an advantage on the medium side. The Stritzvon is leaving, which is interesting. We're kind of stuck here. Let's move up. All right, we've managed to gain some ground on our opponents here. It's taken me a while, but we have slowly but surely moved our way on up. I'm really hoping we don't get bonkered here, but we might. We got the enemy Stritzvon, and wow, he actually hit that. That's very, very disappointing, to be completely real. Let's see if he tries poking it again. Oh, we also got the Leopard in the back. There you go. That was a big clear. That was actually huge. I'm really glad that we were able to clear that enemy Leopard. Oh, but the Manticore cleared us. Oh well, we did pretty good. 5,075 damage, plus 1,700 assistance. I can't complain. This was a pretty solid result, and honestly the ideal mouse battle that you want to play in. Not only did we block 5,500 damage, but we also did 5,075. I'm surprised that's only a second class, but to be fair, we didn't actually get that much XP, which is rather surprising. But hey, I'm not going to complain. We still had a very fun and solid game in this battle. I would say we were probably the major reason why we ended up winning, farming out the heavies, using our HP to clear the 277, and help out with the BZ-72-1. Really, the only misplay I made was driving out to kill the 277, because I did bleed a lot of health for it, but I think it was pretty necessary, because I didn't want that player alive, and I especially didn't want the TVP to flank behind me, so I can't get too mad. This was a really, really fun battle in general. Overall, the MAUS is a fantastic tank, and I really can't say much bad about it. It's got a ridiculous amount of HP, the gun is surprisingly accurate, and it has a lot of armor. It's not the most ridiculous armor ever. You know, you could easily drive a Super Conqueror, a VZ-55, 60 TP, get hull down, and you'll probably get more bounces. But it's just the fact that this vehicle has so much HP, paired with armor on every single surface, the sides, the turret, the upper plate, it's all hard to pen. And when you pair that together, it just causes people to bounce you. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about the MAUS in the comments down below. This tank was incredible to play today, and I'm really glad I picked it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.